We are in the middle of the heat wave. It's about 90 degrees here in Southern California. When I was a freshman in college, I actually did an internship in Vietnam. One of my favorite memories, getting to know the lemonade lady right outside of where I was staying. Even though it's so simple to make, only really takes about 4 ingredients, it was delicious and brought me so much joy in a hot, humid Vietnamese day. So today we are going to make some basic nuoc chanh from scratch. Let's go. I think it's fascinating to see the differences as well as the similarities between the different cultures and some of their refreshing drinks. Although it's pretty much all the same, they do have slightly different variations, like adding cucumber or using soda water. But today we'll be making a generic lime lemonade, nuoc chanh or agua fresca. So we have our bag of limes that we picked from our mama's house, some sugar or azúcar, limes, cutting board, sugar, knife, little hand juicer. This and a little bit of water, of course, should be all we need to go. The first thing we're going to do is, of course, wash our limes. All right, give these a quick little rinse. Here we go. Let's go ahead and cut them up. There are a couple of tips that I've come to use that definitely help with the amount of juice that you get, one of which is rolling them. And these have been sitting outside for a day or two, so they should be nice and room temp. Another one that I saw online, not sure if I want to try it, is actually microwaving your lemons or your limes for 20 minutes. And that way, it's all juicy.
I keep it juicy, juicy.
Rolled. We're gonna cut it long ways. We need to drain this shit. Little jar. Let's start squishing. It's just been really hot. I was inspired from Taco Tuesday, actually. There was some agua fresca that I bought, and it was delicious.
Oh, my dad, the rocker, this, he always tell me, oh, girl, you know Bobby ate shit?
So we decided to come home and make some of our own just because we can. So hopefully you guys enjoy the cooking stuff, because that's one of the things that I actually enjoy the most, since I'm not as confident in doing so. So I love learning, but drinks is nice. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Beauty. More lime. Let's go ahead and cut this one too. While we're on it, dang, straight in the juicer. Sí. Dos más. 1 and 2. I have a Breville juicer, but man, something about hand wringing these feels like it's a little bit better to avoid some of that pith and stuff. But we actually are going to keep some of that. Go ahead and compost these. Throw them back into the garden. One of the things that I learned in making agua fresca is you can use some hot water to dilute the sugar so that you're not mixing it like crazy. Despite only having this much lime juice, we'll be fine because it's strong. So this will be a nice, refreshing drink for the rest of today. Keep yourself hydrated, and instead of having to buy it, let's just make it. So the recipe calls for a ½ cup of sugar. If you're curious about what that looks like after you add the sugar, that's what it looks like. Straight lime and sugar, baby. Lime juice and sugar. And then our hot water goes in. Give her a nice little stir. Oh, it's hot. So now it's easy to mix. Oh, she smells great. Obviously, we'll top her off with ice to make it extra refreshing. Boom. So we will let that sit for a little bit and we'll be right back. This was a really cool project to take me back to my roots as a Vietnamese American. Living in Vietnam and being able to buy a cup of lemonade, whatever you call it, on the side of the road. And I miss it a lot. Now we know how to make basically agua fresca. So let's go show you guys the final product. Boom, there you have it. Spilled a little bit, but that's all right. We are going to add a little bit of that pink Himalayan sugar, and then cheers. Oh, that's much better than the ones I made in the past. Nice. Cheers. Dang.